my name is Orit Krug, and I'm an award-winning board-certified dance movement therapist and licensed creative arts therapist. Here are my top 5 things to do to address the feeling of not having enough. Number 1, put the focus back on your body. It's not uncommon to spiral into thoughts of not having or being enough. When this happens for you, notice what sensations arise in your body, or what happens to your posture, or the way that you're moving your body differently. You might notice that your breath becomes more shallow, or that you have a tightness in your throat. Maybe you notice that you've immediately hunched over, or that you're starting to move a lot quicker, which can provoke feelings of anxiety in itself. The specific motions and sensations that you identify doesn't matter. It is all valuable because it is the disregarding and disconnecting from our bodies while constantly thinking we don't have enough that intensifies those very same feelings of not having enough. In my couples therapy work, there was a recent session in which the husband was telling his partner that she wasn't doing enough. And before they could get into their usual loop of arguments, I gently interrupted him and asked, "What sensation do you feel right now in your body?" He identified feeling sadness. And as he moved through this sadness, his anger melted away. It was in that moment that he realized that it wasn't that she wasn't doing enough. It was that he wasn't giving himself enough to care for his own emotions. This was an amazing transformational moment where they continued to hug and hold each other for the next few minutes. Number 2, address the deeper feelings. The sense of not feeling like you have enough or that you aren't doing enough often covers up deeper feelings based on insecurity and fear. When I tune into my body, as I'm thinking about how I don't have enough money or enough followers on social media, I sense my body becoming smaller and actually shrinking. I then ask myself, why do I feel smaller without these external things? What am I making it mean about me? It almost instantly brings me back to a younger age when I was humiliated and bullied in school or at home. Being told that I'm not smart enough or good enough, it's not even related to my current reality where I'm clearly making a huge impact in the world. Number 3, embody enoughness. Maybe you have an amazing relationship and great career success, but it still doesn't feel like enough. You might have spent some time talking about it in therapy or trying to list out the reasons why you do have enough, but you're still left with this feeling of emptiness and lifelessness inside. Words won't really change that. What you can do to start addressing this is close your eyes and envision a version of your life where you are enough and you do have enough. When you see this in your mind's eye, how are you moving differently? How are you holding yourself in your body differently or gesturing to others differently? Literally see your body moving through this and then invite physical movement into the experience. How are you moving differently as you practice it? Are you moving more slowly with more flow? Do you hold your head up higher? Do you walk with more of a bounce in your step? Even if you don't fully believe that you are or have enough yet, start embodying this version of you. When you begin to hold yourself and move and embody this version of you, you're already living it. And when you think about it, nothing externally actually changed, but you changed the way that you feel inside and are expressing yourself through your body. Number 4, listen to your inner wisdom first. Our thoughts truly are so influenced by marketing and social media that we can forget what really feels true and in line with who we are and what we value. You may follow an influencer who says that you have to be strong and tough in order to be successful, or that you need to be vulnerable and soft in order to have a thriving relationship. First, it's not that simple and straightforward. Different situations call for different types of action. Stop putting so much stock in what other people are telling you to do and listen to the wisdom of your body. If you are acting in a different way than your body truly wants, you will feel unsatisfied. In a recent group session with some clients, I guided them to embody healthy relationship boundaries. When they first named what they thought these boundaries should be, strong, firm, resolute, it was completely different than what their bodies revealed. Their bodies did, in fact, move in a way that was firm as their minds theorized. But when they truly allow their body to follow unplanned organic movement, they also moved in a way that was soft and inviting to the others in the group. And they were also interacting in a way that was more of a give and take rather than fast and hard boundaries. When they brought this approach to their real life relationships, the give and take conversation about boundaries with their partners brought them so much more satisfaction than flat out saying, "These are my boundaries, you better respect them." And finally, number 5, forgive yourself. None of us is immune to the external messages of not having enough. I consider myself healed with a strong regulated nervous system, and I still get triggered by these messages that I'm not doing enough. But you know what keeps these feelings healthy and productive instead of spiraling into unhealthy obsession or anxiety about it? Not making myself feel bad about it. Not beating myself over it like my past abusers did. By giving myself love and compassion through these feelings, I continue to break the trauma cycle so prevalent in my generation and what's become so common in society that says that we need to punish ourselves for making mistakes or not being perfect. How do I give myself that love and compassion? Sometimes it's hugging or holding myself or allowing myself to rest instead of pushing or forcing through my to-do list. I regularly take myself out on a hike or another adventure. It doesn't take much, but it has to be sincere. Thanks so much for tuning in to my top 5 things to do to address the feeling of not having enough.